quitting weed will absolutely change your life completely. We all have this coping mechanism that says, well, most potheads have this coping. Well, it's not as bad as alcohol. It's not as bad as alcohol, so it must be okay. And that to that, I would say maybe it's not as bad as alcohol, where you feel hung over the next day like crazy and you start throwing up like a motherfucker. But what I would say is it would be probably worse than a lot of the drugs, if not the same level of these drugs. The reason I would say that is because it's like a ninja. It's like a ninja. Because you have this coping mechanism in your brain where it tells you, oh, it's okay, because it's not crack. It's not crack or it's not heroin. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm not. It makes you just fucking cope with where you're at in life. It makes you it makes you cope. It makes you tell yourself that it's not heroin, so it's okay. And Wiz Khalifa smokes weed and Snoop Dogg smokes weed, so I can still become successful while smoking weed. Dude, you're not Snoop Dogg and you're not Wiz Khalifa. I don't know why people say that. Like, oh, but these people smoke weed and Elon Musk smoked weed on this podcast one time. Like, dude, you're not. You're none of those people. You're none of those people. You are none of these people, and you think that it's okay to smoke this shit. You're not. You're just coping with what you don't want to admit. The weed is like one of the worst drugs in my opinion because it's like a silent killer. It's a silent killer. You start smoking it a little bit, you'll probably try to control it because at first you don't have that much money to smoke it. Like, I think the only time I was able to control my weed habits is when I didn't have a consistent plug where I could get this shit from, and it was like too expensive. But like as I got older, I was able to find like places for me to get this shit for the low, like pretty cheap. Like I'm talking about like $3 a gram and shit like that. And that's when it really became a fucking problem. That's when it really fucking became a problem. Like, it's a silent killer, man. You don't. It hides. It hides. That's why I say it's such a bad drug, in my opinion, because you cope. You cope with it being okay, and you say it's not as bad as alcohol. If you're able to smoke, like every once in a while, let's say you can smoke like at a party, like it's like a fucking party, and like instead of drinking and getting drunk, you smoke a little bit, and you're able to stop, then I would say, okay, then maybe it's okay for you to smoke. But the majority of people smoking are not fucking like they don't stop. They aren't able to control it. You have an addictive personality where you're just like a crackhead, just waiting for your next hit, waiting for that next dopamine hit. It starts with smoking one time, and then before you know it, you're smoking in the morning. You're like wake and bake, and then it's fucking on your way to work or on the way wherever you need to go. You gotta smoke. After you take a fucking break, you smoke. Before you eat, you have to smoke. Before you go and hang out with your girlfriend, you have to smoke. Before you go watch this movie, you have to smoke. My biggest fucking problem was that I always had this thought that I needed to smoke before the gym because I was coping. Like, oh, I work out. I'm way more healthy than other people. I have fucking abs. I have a six pack. Who the fuck are you to tell me that I can't smoke when you don't even try as hard as me or you don't even fucking go to the gym? That was the biggest cope for me. That's why I could never quit it because I couldn't. Like, yes, you don't smoke, but just because you exercise and you're like an athlete and shit is not a fucking excuse for you to keep smoking weed. You're like, oh, I work out, so it gives me energy. It gives me energy. It gives me energy. I'm not saying that your workouts aren't fucking enjoyable. I'm not saying that's like one of my biggest addictions is working out while high. That shit feels fucking crazy. It feels amazing. But you're just fucking coping, bro. You're just coping with with the reality of where your life actually is. You're saying that it's okay to smoke because I work out, or because Wiz Khalifa was able to get rich while smoking, or Snoop Dogg was able to get rich while smoking. That's a bunch of fucking cope, dude. You're just lying to yourself so you can keep smoking weed. You're spending all this fucking money on a bunch of bullshit that doesn't even bring any fucking value to your life. You're making your drug dealer rich as fuck, and you're in the same fucking position. You're in the same fucking position. To think that I traded so many years of my life to this fucking plant just makes me just kind of ashamed of myself. Like, obviously, I know I'm gonna be able to like come back from this, and actually, I think I needed to go through this so I can actually teach my kids that this shit is fucking poison. This shit is fucking poison, bro. Like, if you can actually control it and not be like a fucking pothead, then I would say yes, it is okay for you to smoke instead of fucking drinking alcohol, because alcohol fucks your everything. It fucks everything up. But the majority of y'all can't just stop smoking after one go. Y'all are just gonna keep smoking all fucking day. Before you go to bed, you have to smoke. Before you do this, you have to smoke. Oh, I needed to work out. You're just coping. You don't realize how much time you're wasting, and that you don't have that mental clarity in your brain to actually produce something that you want to do. I remember that the reason that I wanted to quit fucking smoking weed was because I wanted to start a fucking YouTube channel and shit. But I thought that I could do it while fucking smoking weed, while doing all these bad habits, without realizing that you can't do that shit, bro. You can't do that shit. I would always try to listen to audiobooks or read while on that shit, and that thing would just go in one ear and not the other. I would read and I would immediately start mind wandering. I couldn't fucking concentrate. You can't concentrate while you're on fucking weed, bro. Especially with the weed that's out now. That shit is fucking dank. That shit is not like it. That's not like the weed that your grandpa used to smoke, where it was like 2% marijuana or some shit like that. The shit that we're getting right now is Backpack Boys cookies. Some of y'all are smoking fucking dab cards, and that was one of the biggest fucking vices that I had, was smoking fucking dab cards, because of the ability to be able to smoke that shit so easily, to for the ability to you for nobody to know that you're smoking that shit. It's so easy for you to get addicted to that shit, because nobody knows that you're smoking, so it's your little problem by yourself. Like, nobody fucking knows. Like, some people will be able to tell that you're fucking high as fuck, but the majority of people won't even be able to know that you're high because of these dab cards. That's what everybody is smoking now, is these fucking dab cards. These cards are fucking even worse than smoking weed. They're worse because you don't even know, but they're fucking laced, bro. Those motherfuckers are laced. Like, I don't think you know, like, that shit makes you, when you try to quit that shit, bro, you're gonna fucking feel like a crackhead. You're gonna feel like people are onto you, bro. Like, you're paranoid like the fucking, like a motherfucker, bro. And you think people are fucking following you and shit, or you think that fucking, you have like this severe anxiety, like, if you don't keep smoking. And it's like, it's so easy to get addicted to these fucking dab cards. You're like, oh yeah, bro. Like, oh fuck yeah, this, like, open this new card, bro. I'm gonna smoke this fucking gelato kush. Like, dude, that shit's crazy, bro. That shit's good, bro. That shit ain't good, bro. That shit ain't fucking good. That ain't fucking good, bro. That's your standard in life. That's what you want to be. You want to be someone that fucking smokes cards like a fucking retard. You wouldn't smoke this shit in front of a girl. If they fucking look at you smoke that shit, they would think you're a fucking loser. That shit ain't cool, bro. You're like, oh yeah, bro, I'm smoking on my pesticides OG. Yeah, bro, you want a hit? No, I don't want a fucking hit of that bullshit, bro. I don't want a fucking hit of your fucking little cart, bro. You fucking dumbass. I don't want to hit that shit. You're giving away your fucking mental clarity to a plant that's absolutely messing up your brain and your mental health, bro. The only thing that I would say the one of the biggest reasons that you probably don't want to quit is because you're coping. You're coping. You might be like a fucking athlete. You're probably somebody that works out really hard, and you see a lot of progress in the gym. So you use that as an excuse to not want to quit. That's not a reason. That's not a fucking reason to not quit, bro. Like, you're giving away your mental clarity. I want you to actually sit down and try to read a book. And if you can actually read it and make progress in that book and retain that information, then maybe I'm fucking wrong. Maybe I'm the dumbass. Okay, maybe I'm the retard. I need to listen to you. But for somebody that has been smoking since they were 16 years old and it took me forever to get off this fucking bullshit, I'm telling you that this is not not something that you should be doing. You shouldn't be smoking this fucking bullshit because your friends are smoking. That guy that I say was Dylan that started smoking because of us, his fucking life is ruined, bro. Like, I remember he had rich parents, bro. His dad was like a fucking accountant. His mom was like a good feminine mother that was submissive to his dad and everything. But that motherfucker, he's doing fucking cocaine. He's fucking selling drugs now. He's an alcoholic. He's doing fucking acid. He's doing shrooms. He's doing all this fucking bullshit that's fucking up your brain, bro. Like, if you're like, I hope he doesn't ever watch this fucking shit. But like, it's the truth, bro. We fucked him up, bro. We mentally fucked him up because we peer pressured him into smoking this bullshit. He his life trajectory has completely changed because of this fucking plant. Why I say this shit is terrible is because it's like a silent killer, bro. You don't even realize that it's messing you up so much, bro. You don't realize it. You don't realize it that it's actually messing you up because it feels good, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Oh my god, how I would love to fucking smoke weed and actually be productive. How I would love to smoke those fucking cards. How I would love to smoke a blunt. Smoke fucking blunts. I would smoke like 2 blunts a day, 3 blunts a day. And that shit feels good, bro. You're sitting there, you're smoking that shit. You're like, yeah, bro, yeah, bro. What the fuck are you celebrating, bro? You're celebrating poverty, bro. What the fuck are you thinking? You're celebrating poverty, bro. You're in the same fucking position you've been since you were 16 years old, and you think it's fucking cool to smoke. You think it's okay to fucking smoke still. If you're if you're old and you're still smoking, bro, dude. It might just be too late for you to even stop, bro. It might just be too late because you're not gonna want to listen to anybody. You're just gonna keep coping. You're gonna keep smoking your little Kush cards. And you're gonna be like, yeah, bro. Oh yeah, bro. That shit feels good. Oh yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? What the fuck is actually wrong with you, bro? Like, especially if you have good parents. Like, why the fuck are you on that shit? Especially if you have good parents to support you. I could understand if you have like no examples to show you, but if you have good parents, actual good parents, and you're still smoking this shit, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck are you doing? You need to get a new addiction. You need to get a new addiction, like going to the gym. That needs to be your new addiction without the fucking bullshit weed. Like, oh, I need to smoke before I go to the gym. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? I wish, like, the reason I would never listen to anybody is because they wouldn't come about it in the right way. They wouldn't come about it in the right way. I wouldn't listen to them because I would see that I don't know. It was just like a mental block in my head. I would be like, you know what? I work out, so why the fuck would you tell me to fucking stop smoking weed? Like I'm over here at the gym at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and shit, and I'm still getting it. It's not an excuse for like it's not like a problem for me. So I must be like Wiz Khalifa. It's a silent killer. You don't even realize it. You need to stop smoking them pesticides carts. You need to stop smoking that bullshit ass weed because you're getting taxed, bro. You're paying like fucking $10 a G and you think it's a deal, bro. Like it's not a fucking deal, bro. If you're not getting that shit for the low, like actually $3 a fucking G, then you're getting scammed. You're getting scammed. Weed is not even that expensive, bro. But you're going through the middleman that's fucking taxing you like a motherfucker, and you think that it's okay to make this fucking middleman rich, and he's like in his 20s and shit, bro, and he's just abusing you. He's just fucking you up, bro. He's just messing you up. And you don't even realize it. All I have to say is that I think that marijuana is probably one of the worst drugs out there because it's just it's like a ninja, bro. It hides. It hides. It's like okay, it's legal in other states, so it must be okay, dude. Alcohol is legal and it fucks so many people's lives up. It fucks so many people's lives up. Same thing with marijuana, bro. Like if you can't control it, if you can't actually control it and smoke, and then the next day be on your fucking purpose, be on your purpose, and have that mental clarity. Because if you think that it doesn't mess up your brain fog or it doesn't give you brain fog, then you're lying as well. When you smoke weed and you wake up the next day, you're gonna feel all wonky, bro. You're gonna feel all fucking tired. You don't get that fucking nasty ass like you don't get that nasty ass hangover where you're just like throwing up and shit. But you will feel fucking brain fog the next day. You will not feel the same, bro. You will not feel the same just because you're not all hangover and you're not all fucking withdrawn and shit. Like alcohol, it doesn't mean that you're not fucking up your brain, bro. I'm just gonna say, bro, just try to quit, bro. Try to quit, man. Just tr- fucking quit that shit cold turkey, bro. That is not, dude. That is not something you need to be doing, man. It's just try to stop, bro. And you're probably not gonna stop because it's one of the hardest addictions to quit is marijuana, bro. And the only way you'll be able to quit is when you're ready to quit. When you're ready to quit, you will quit. It will get to a point where you're like, fuck this, bro. I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of being high all the time. I'm tired of just coping with where I'm at in life. I'm just so tired of being in this position. You won't be able to quit until you get to that point. I'm gonna guarantee you. You will not be able to quit until you get to a point where you're like, fuck this. This is actually messing up my life. You won't be able to. It don't matter how many people talk to you. It doesn't matter how many people tell you. They could tell you every week, every week, every week, every week, every week. The only thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna resent them and you're not gonna quit. You're gonna be in your same fucking habits. You're still gonna be smoking weed. You're still gonna be in this bad habit, thinking that you're cool. I don't know, man. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do with your life. But all I'm saying is that one day you will realize how fucked up this drug is actually messing up your brain. Like it's really fucked up, bro.